Good afternoon. My name is Victoria Oluwatosin Tanimowo, the SRC Women's Commissioner for Ghana Technology University College.
And my name is Garmel Smith, AC, the Vice Women's Commissioner for Ghana Technology University College.
So we have a program called the Women's Week, which will be taking place from the 17th to the 22nd October. So this program is the first of its kind. We haven't had a program as such before. So this is the first time we're having a Women's Week in Ghana Technology University College. So for the first day, which is the 17th October, we have awareness and we have a volunteering fair. So the reason for the volunteering fair is because we noticed that our students don't, how do I put it, students don't volunteer. They really don't see the essence of volunteering. Students don't have an impact in the society. So we want students to be able to give back to the society. We want to motivate them. We want to inculcate the habit of volunteering in them, because after school, students will need this volunteering habit. They will need the certificates. They will need everything, even for them to get a job. So we know volunteering is a key thing in the society. It is important in the society. So we are bringing up a volunteering fair, whereby we bring different NGOs on board at our forecourts, like a career fair, which we usually have. We bring the NGOs on board. Students go to them, they approach them. The NGOs will explain their purpose and what they are about. The students will choose which NGO they would like to volunteer with. That's for the first day of the program. Also, for that first day, we'll be having an health screening. The second day, we'll be having the same health screening again, and we'll have a program called Self-Defense Seminar and Self-Defense Training. The purpose of this self-defense is that we notice that a lot of our students, our ladies these days, they are abused, they are assaulted. So we want to give ladies a reason to be able to protect themselves. What can you do to protect yourselves? Most of the ladies carry makeup materials and everything. You can use these key things to protect yourself as a lady, but you don't know how to. When the guys assault you, when there's rape and theft issues, how are ladies supposed to protect themselves? So we want to orientate our ladies on first aid. Maybe, for example, sitting in the church and someone just fainted beside me. What am I supposed to do as a lady? So we want to orientate them on first aid. We want to give them a seminar on self-defense, why they should see that self-defense is necessary for we ladies. We should be able to defend ourselves any day, anytime. And after the seminar, we'll be having a 2-hour training. And this self-defense, the company coming on board to do this self-defense training is Lokanda. And they have tagged the Lokanda Women Empowerment Program. Now, the third day, we'll be having sports. The sports is actually a competition among various universities. We have Pentecost University on board, we have SRC University on board, and we are open to get Central University and any other university we can get on board. This sports activity will take place on the GTUC campus here at a football field. We are going to have a football competition and handball competition on Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So we have various schools coming together, and one school will definitely emerge the winner and they will go home with a prize. On the Thursday, we have a leadership seminar. With this leadership seminar, we notice that most of our ladies in this country, most ladies even in our institution, they are not willing to take up leadership positions. They are not willing to be leaders. They are not willing. They just prefer to follow and take instructions. But we know women are bound to do more than that. So we want to bring on board several speakers to talk about leadership seminar. Now, this leadership seminar will take a different turn from what we usually do, where we have a speaker talking for maybe 30 to 1 hour, empowering women. We will have different sessions where we group the speakers into 4, where they can orientate each student that we've given to them. This will help with interaction between students, among the students and the speaker, and this will help the students understand better why they need to be leaders, why they need to inculcate the habits of leadership, why they need why they need a passion for emerging as a leader. And for this leadership seminar, we don't want it to be centered on the females only. So we decided to bring the guys on board, because we know that this school is not only for the ladies. We actually have the guys too, and the guys too, they need to be orientated to take up leadership positions. So we have 2 speakers coming from Nigeria. They are both baristas, and they will be speaking on the leadership seminar. And currently we have a speaker, that's Jennifer Ajiman. She's also on board, and we are hoping to get Yawa Ansin, the founder of Leading Ladies Network, and any other speaker we can get on board. So this leadership seminar will be taking place on a Thursday, which is the 20th of October. On the 21st of October, we have an health talk. This health talk is necessary. We know as students, as humans, there are lots of things we are not supposed to eat. There are lots of things we should know about our health that we don't know about. So we want to have an health talk, we want to have a first aid, we want to have a sex talk, we want to orientate students on what to do, maybe malaria and STDs and everything. So we'll be having a health talk on the Friday, and on Saturday, which is actually the last day of the program, we'll be visiting an orphanage. Why are we visiting an orphanage? We are trying to give back to the society, because we know that as students, we have started with volunteering. Why not give back to the society at the end? We are youth, and we have a lot of people. We have the energy to help people. There are people out there who need our help. So we are planning to go to the Potter's Village at Dodowa, which is an orphanage which we've realized is a very, very poor orphanage. We would like to volunteer with them. We like to during the Women's Week we'll be making some donations of clothes, shoes, provisions, and everything. Students will contribute money, and we go there. We hope to have a party there and teach them some basic things like bead making, wig up, some basic things that these children can use to fend for themselves. And on Sunday, we'll be having a Thanksgiving at the school chapel. That's all for the program during the week. But during the whole week, we'll be having the health screening. And the health screening will be done by Quantum Medical Center.
Yeah, so what do participants, you've talked a lot about what you are going to do. What do participants tend to gain from this whole program that you have outlined?
Okay, so basically we are, with respect to the volunteering, we are aiming to get students who already have certificates, who get certificates when they participate in these activities. And then also, when students participate, they get their certificates, experience, and then we're also looking at equipping our fellow girls with a lot of work, handiwork, so when they get out of school, they know how to fend for themselves. And with respect to the defense, the self-defense too, we are looking at protection, where in case of anything, we know how to stand for ourselves. And for empowerment too, we're looking at bringing girls on board who know what they are about and they are ready to stand up for themselves regardless anything, and are ready to be leaders. That's basically it.
So the resource persons that you said they are coming from Nigeria, what are the names and what are the office names?
Okay, for the resource persons we are bringing from Nigeria, we have Barrister Chukwuemeka Okoli, who is a lawyer by training and a motivational speaker. We also have an ambassador, Phil Roberts. He's an engineer by training, he's an entrepreneur, and he's a musician. They are coming from Cedar of Lebanon Leadership Foundation to partner with us, GTUC Women's Commission, on this leadership program.
Yeah, we talked about sports, these are the games. Is it going to be ladies only or it's for everyone?
Okay, for the sports will be for the ladies only, but also during the sports day we'll be having games on campus, maybe Ludo, tennis, soccer and everything, which will be for all students. That will be done at our forecourt. But for the sports competition itself, it's for only the ladies. So ladies from Pentecost, SRC, Central University will be having a sports competition on our football field and our handball pitch.
Do we have volunteerism as a cost component of what we do here? We have volunteerism as a cost component.
No, please. We don't.
So would you advise or would you advocate for that?
Yes, I would advise for that, but I believe as SRC we have committees. So even if students don't really know what volunteering is about, I feel students who opt for SRC committees are volunteering. Maybe they don't know they are volunteering in one way or the other, but that's part of volunteering. As students are motivated to go for, let me say, class trips and everything, that's volunteering because you don't get paid for it. You only get to do these things to get more skills. Even those that are good for leadership positions, SRC, our business association and everything, they are volunteering. But most students don't know that these things are also part of volunteering. So volunteering doesn't really come when we go to the orphanage, or maybe we, how do I put it, we help someone out. It also comes in form of internship. So every time we have the school administration giving us a seminar and orientation on, you have to do your internship, you have to work for a company, you have to do that. It's still part of volunteering.
Okay. So the certificate that is going to be given to them, is it going to be from the Women's Commission or the organization that they placed to?
Oh, okay. For the certificates, we spoke to each organization that we've gotten so far, and we told them that we would like them to endorse our students, those that fully participated with the certificate. And all the NGOs we've spoken to so far, they've agreed to give our students the certificates. Now the certificates for only those who fully participate. And we are hoping that they will get a certificate at the end of this academic year. Because if we extend it to the next Women's Commission, students that graduate might not have the chance of getting the certificates. So at the end of this academic year, which is 30th April, the students will get the certificate. Now the following academic year, if they choose to volunteer, they also get another certificate after the academic year.
Okay, that's so nice. You talked about the whole program that you've outlined for the big celebration. Everything is focused on women. Do you think that women are disadvantaged when you look at the Ghanaian society?
No, I wouldn't think that. I believe this kind of concept that women are are supposed to submit in every comes way back from the past. But then it's high time we stand up for ourselves. It's not about gender inequality or anything. We are all one, and we can all work in the same way. It's all about your passion and what you want to do. So women in Ghana are not put in the disability way. No, I won't agree to that. Yeah.
Okay, so I would like the two of you each to share with me what is your definition of an independent and empowered woman?
Okay, so I would say an independent and an empowered woman is a woman who has been able to achieve what her goals and dreams are, and who is still in the running towards becoming a better person every single time. An independent woman is not, in a sense, somebody who does not try to depend on anybody. No, she makes use of every single resource around her to make herself and the environment a better place. And also, she gives her service to her environment. So that was what I would call an independent and empowered.
Okay, for an independent woman, society has taken an independent woman as someone who doesn't rely on guys for what they need. That is the society's definition of an independent woman. Or let me say, students' definition of an independent woman. I'm independent because I'm not asking a guy for this, I'm not asking a guy for that. But looking at an independent woman, an empowered woman, I would say for short that it's a woman who knows what she's about. A woman who has a vision, who has a goal, who knows where she's going, where she's coming from, what she needs to do at this particular time. Independence doesn't necessarily have to do with guys. We mostly associate ourselves with guys, like everything that comes with woman has to come with a guy as a downfall. Everything that comes with woman has to come with a guy as a weakness. But as a woman on your own and amongst women, what makes you independent, what makes you empowered is you having a vision, you having a goal, you setting your goals right, you know what you are about. That's what I would define as an independent and an empowered woman.
The two of you get a nice definition, and so before we wrap up, I would like you to send a message to all women, especially students, that they expect to come for your program.
Okay, what I'd say to women out there and the students in this school is that women, we need to rise, we need to stand up for ourselves, we need to take charge, we need to take control of everything. If we keep sitting there and we think that these things are for guys, these things are not for me, or I'm this particular kind of woman, it doesn't work that way. We have women entrepreneurs, we have women out there who are social advocates for the country. Women, we need to rise, and it starts from now. We need to start taking up the leadership positions from now. We need to start being responsible for ourselves, for our classes, from now we have classrooms, we have friends, for our community, for our society, because that makes us responsible for the nation. When you go out there, we have a lot of women who even depend on man for their daily bread. Why not do something with your life? Why not make something out of yourself? Why not get a vocation and learn? We need women who can stand up for themselves, who can stand up for the country, who can stand up for other fellow women. So I advise all our women to be independent, to be empowered.
And okay, I'll add up to what she just said, that we should try our best and seize every single opportunity that comes your way. Make use of it in every single way. Don't let any opportunity pass by. And also, let God and your object of worship be the great person you always look up to. Let your doctrines be right. Be disciplined, and you will make it. Yeah.
So what time?
Oh, okay, for the Women's Week, it's on the 17th to the 22nd October. So I've actually outlined the program earlier, and I would like you all to be there. So please, the volunteering is starting from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The self-defense training is starting from 3 p.m. The sports is starting from 3 p.m. The leadership seminar is actually also starting from 3 p.m. And the health talk is starting from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. For the orphanage, we'll be doing that on the Saturday at 10 a.m. So please, if you're listening to me, if you're hearing my voice, if you're watching this, I would like you to be part of the Women's Week. Come empower yourself. Come be an independent woman. Come do something great for the nation and for yourself. Thank you.